Hi, we are
Hi.
back. What's going on, you guys? It's been a minute. Welcome to Melon and Manga. I am Sheena, she the geek, just in case you didn't know. This is my beautiful, wonderful co-host, Kelly, aka Spells and Monsters. And this is our Right to Left book club that we started. Yeah. And today we are reading Claymore. Again, we are making our way through this spectacular um, journey, right? Uh, these next few
Epic
volumes that we,
epic journey.
yeah, epic journey. You're right. It is. It's epic. So, yeah. And just in case you didn't know, my Kelly, she's actually one of the reasons why, one of the people that got me into reading manga. And when I saw Claymore, I was like, oh, Kelly will love this. And then she was like, I want to read more manga. I was like, I'm extra. Let's fucking make a whole thing out of it. And she's like, hell yeah. So I'm glad that she did. And this one, so if you guys didn't watch our first one, it was just us. The first 15 minutes, we were like just googly eyeing each other, because we were just so stoked to be together. To be together. But this time we have friends that's joining us today. And our first friend is a friend that I just made recently. She is all over the community. She is a great supporter. Every time I see her, I'm like, damn, like she's on it. That's wonderful. And that is our girl, Jordan.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
It's Jordan. I go by Domina J, which, fun fact,
Hell yeah.
Domina is Latin and woman, so or what it means woman in Latin, and so I'm just
Hell
using
yeah.
that type of phrase. So I encompass everything woman. you know, hear me roar.
Hell
All
yeah. We
right.
love it. We love it.
Yep.
Hell yeah. We love highlighting women here. This is, so as we love highlighting her women. And then we got this fool next. Okay. So, but yes, no,
Yeah.
we love women. We love women of color here. We love all women, so all women shapes and sizes, everything. So yeah, we're glad that you said yes. I was so surprised that you. I was like, hell yeah, let me talk to her right now, just before she changes her mind. Okay,
Oh
but yeah, I'm
yes, no.
so glad that you're here.
Yes, no. I
Hell yeah,
definitely appreciate it. I like any just to bring more support and also just being able to have more visibility in the community as
hell
well.
yeah,
So
no
yes.
doubt. I love this community, especially the manga side has been pretty good, and I'm glad and this is definitely a book that I want more eyeballs on. So yeah, thank you for being a part of that. And then Kelly,
All right. And then next we have Justin, also known as No Good Comics. And
yep,
for
the
some reason, he
man.
doesn't like Hoopla.
He's so
And I
goofy.
hold a
Look at
grudge about it.
Oh, and that's right. Wait, wait.
him.
I found out what hoopla is. I found it. It's right here.
Hmm. Yeah.
One of the gum gum
Yeah.
fruit. I knew
I'm
you were
dead.
talking about this.
Of course. I hold a grudge, Justin. I hold a grudge.
I love it. I love it. Thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it. I've never read Claymore, had no idea what Claymore was. And Sheena, you've really gotten me into a lot of different manga and anime over the last couple of years, ultimately. Kelly,
Hmm.
you as well. And just when I saw that you guys were teaming up for this stuff, I was like, yep, let's just do it. Because I feel like I haven't hung out with you guys in a long time either. So even though I just saw you, Sheena, not too long ago. But
Oh,
Yeah.
don't bring that up. Don't bring that up. Sore subject,
I had
Justin.
to,
Way
I had
to,
to,
way to,
I had to squeeze that in
drive
there.
the knife further.
I had to. And Jordan, I'm so excited to stream with you as well. So nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's say hi to our friends in the chat, and then we'll just get started. All right. So we're gonna skip over him because he's already here. Hi, Mike.
What's up, Mike?
And hi. And then I think that's it that I could see. I'm not too sure. So all right. So today, like I said, and fucking Kelly and I already did volume 1, but go back and watch it unless you don't want to be spoiled. We're gonna spoil the shit out of these books, okay? And just a spoiler alert, there is gore, there's death, there's all kinds of things going on. So, you gotta protect yourself, and maybe this isn't for you, but maybe we'll do something else further down the line that is for you. And yeah, I mean, even if you haven't read Claymore, I feel like we're gonna do a good job to where you can follow along and know exactly what's gonna happen. So yeah. So I'm going to take the lead. Oops. Hold on, I took Justin off. Jesus. Good job, Sheena.
That's
Good
okay. It's all
job.
right.
I'm like,
Good
hey.
job. Okay, add to the stage. Good job.
Look
Okay,
at that
so
cover. Beautiful.
look at this cover. Tell me if you love this cover. Like, tell me how you felt about this cover so far. Which one's yours so far? One, two, three. There's one that I really like. We haven't got to it yet. But
For what, the covers?
yeah, do you like
I
this
haven't
cover?
really seen the covers because like when I read in the app, it
Because you.
doesn't show you the.
Yeah, same.
So,
Okay.
Same.
Okay.
I had to Google it when I posted it on Instagram. But I saw the 2 and 3. I saw just today.
yeah,
Thanks.
I do like. I mean,
And
I
I
like
love
the
it.
color.
Hmm.
There's like a green one. What? It's volume
Mhm.
3, the green one? The
Yeah.
green
Yeah.
cover?
Yeah, volume three. It's a
Yeah,
great one. Nice.
Yeah, I think
but
what I appreciate about these covers so far is that they tend to cover or at least demonstrate what that particular theme or that story is
Mm,
about, particular
right.
volume. So
Yes.
that's what it's like. It gives you a little preview, which is really great.
Agreed.
I love that. And I can validate that because when I first got the box set, I'm looking at all these covers. And then now that I read, I think I'm on volume 13. And then now I go back and look at all the covers. I'm like, oh, I remember this. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that makes sense, you know? So, yes, definitely, I agree with that. So, all right, yeah, here we go. And then, all right, here we go. We were just talking about this backstage. I was like, anybody want to read? And everybody got silent. I said, I got this. I
My
got
mic's
this.
not
So,
working, so
all right. So anyway, so this the story thus far. Creatures known as a Yoma have long preyed on humans who are once powerless against the predators. But now they have developed female warriors who are half human and half monsters, with silver eyes that can see the monster's true form. These warriors are called Claymore, after their immense broadswords that they carry. During her travels as a Claymore named Claire meets um, Rocky. I think that's what we're calling him. A boy whose family has been wiped out by the Yoma, and together their journey begins, or they begin a journey together. So, yeah. So in the first volume, we meet our Claire. She's one of the Claymore. She ends up picking out the one that was in Rocky's village, and then he ends up wanting to join her on her journey. So that's where we are right now, and the next one, we get to see them right here. So they are traveling and they're in a whole nother city or another town as we start our journey. So right here, they are entering like a little inn, and Claire is trying to check them in. She's like giving them a backstory. Rocky's just kind of looking at her like, holy shit. She's like coming up with this, you know, out of nowhere. And he's kind of looking at her for a good reason, too. And the guy's like, oh, you know, you guys are you know, traveling. She's like, oh yeah, we're trying to sell our dad's stuff. This is my little brother, and we're trying to sell all his like antiques and stuff like that. And we just need a room for the night, you know, just to stay here. Um, little do they little do they know the real backstory of why they're at that little city or that little town. So, and then we got our favorite guy, the creepy
creep.
guy that fucking follows Claire around all
so
damn day.
so creepy.
He just looks, just
So
his
creepy.
look.
Yeah.
Yeah. He looks so soulless, even though you can't see his eyes, he looks so soulless. I'm like, good God, I would hate talking to him. So
Yeah, I agree. And when I
yeah.
first saw him, I was thinking like, okay, is he really human? Because I mean, allegedly, there's still a mystery. Rugel's a mystery, and
Mhm.
then later on, we see that another female warrior has their own like assistant who
Hmm.
specifically is a male, and they seem otherworldly, almost like, okay, are these
Hmm.
like humans, or are they also people who actually successfully became hybrids themselves, but they're just staying in the shadows?
Right, right. Because and then he just yeah. So this place that they have to go to is called the Holy City, and there's a request from there because they need to hunt down a Yoma. that is in the city. And she's all like, but he said, anything unnatural, objects, tools, people is forbidden in the holy city. And he goes, of course, that includes us, Claymore. And she's like, well, how the hell am I supposed to pull this off?
I love the artwork here.
Yes.
Yeah,
so
I
I feel
love
like
all
it's
the
getting
artwork.
better. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like it got better from the first one. I think me and Kelly had touched up on that right there. That we had said in the first volume, we were kind of like, oh, the art was a little off at times, but then I feel like the more volumes you get into, the better the art gets, and the splash pages get really good. I'm like, I can't wait to
Mhm.
turn the page to see what else is up. But yeah,
Yeah.
the way that they laid out the panels are good.
Can you go back for a second, Sheena?
Yeah.
So the images on the right, like her and her close up, like the face, the details in her face. I've noticed that this
Mhm.
is like a pattern they do or a bunch of times throughout all these books, and it hits me every time. Like it's like her like full stance, and then like a close up of
Mhm.
her face, and from different
Right.
angles or different whatever. And like I almost like look forward to that scene in almost I haven't counted them, or I don't know if it's in every book or whatever, but I just feel
Mhm.
like that's definitely something clearly on the creator's mind of like, let me put this
Hell
right here.
yeah,
And it's like beautiful. So yeah.
I love it. All right. So then we find out how she's going to get into the city. So he gives her these pills that suppress her so she, like I said, she's half that monster and half human. So when she takes these pills, she's able to suppress her yoma side of her and appear more human like.
Like her eyes
But
go back from silver to
yeah, her eyes go back, she doesn't give off like this eerie ass feeling all the time, people are comfortable around her, yet it suppresses her ability to sense other ones around her, like
oh yeah.
other creatures around her. So that's the giveaway. That so she's going to go into the city blind at times to try to find this monster without all of her abilities. So
Risky.
he's like, oh, you'll be all right. Yeah.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, you're good. All right. So she finally gets into, she leaves Rocky and she tells him, you should rest because I have to meet with this person. Okay. And then she takes off. So she goes to the holy chapel and she meets the the priest, I guess you could call him. And she says that she wants to get baptized. That's how she gets in. So she's like, oh, I want to get baptized. So I'm going to go in here and try to talk to him low key. And that's the main priest right there. And he realizes, holy crap, like she's here. I didn't think she was going to get here that quick. Like, but that's cool. Like, just so many things are running through his mind. But he tries to play it off like, okay. And he tells her to meet up with him later tonight. Like, sneak out and I'll meet up with you later. So, anybody else have anything to say?
I immediately thought, and maybe this is because of the previous volume, but like in my mind, I'm like, he's the Yoma. He's the Yoma. Kill him now. even though he was,
I trust no one.
Right? Exactly. Yeah.
Like,
You cannot
trust no
anybody.
one.
Yeah, I just assumed like, okay, even though he was the one that called her, it's still
right.
Right. And
like that was part of his cover.
Right. Scarred from the last volume.
Right. And exactly. You'll see even later, like as she was just deducing or like just making her deductions about the possibility of who the Yoma is, just his expressions seem like, oh, is she on to me? And I'm thinking, okay, you're giving me Yoma vibes. But
yeah,
Exactly.
for sure.
Yeah. So what other panel did I put up? So yeah, she ends up sneaking in there, and I think it's funny. I didn't put it on here, but the poor baby. So they're sitting they're back in their room, and poor Rocky, he had to eat all her food because she doesn't eat a lot, but she has to give off the appearance that she eats a lot, and he's over there like stuffing his face with his food, and then she like passes out because he ate so damn much.
Yes.
So to help her cover up for her to leave, so she's like, oh, my brother's sleeping. I'm gonna go ahead and like just relax. So she does end up sneaking out. She does end up meeting with the priest, and she is telling, they're having a full blown conversation like, there's so many people in here. We cannot have this leak out. And he's like, this will look really bad on the church, on things. You see what I'm saying? That's supposed to be like holy ground, but there's something in here that's killing everybody. So this is like, it needs to happen very quickly, very quietly, because we don't want to give them the impression that we're like, that we're not holy or we're not anything like that. So he's like, please, like, try to find this. And, there's people that he cares about that are dying. And she's like, I'll see what I can do.
There's another one of those panels, by the way.
Mhm.
So stunning. I love the close-ups.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Then, yeah. So that's her talking to him, and she's telling them about everybody that is in here. She's trying to figure out where the hell she should start at. So this panel, I think, okay, so she ends up trying to go back, and she is seen by two guards, and they start to give her trouble. And I love it how she's on the rooftops. Like, this is part of the anime that I saw where she was like running on the rooftops and like trying to avoid. I was like, this is badass. But even in this, it's badass, like how she tries to get away from them without showing her face, because like I said, she's in the town and not supposed to be, and they don't know it's her, that she's the Claymore, but they're on to her like, why is this girl on top of the roof, and why is she trying to run away from everybody? So they think that she's a part of the problem when she's there to really help them. So
Yeah, I thought that this whole like part was like really awesome. Like it was like the whole next few like panels and stuff, the whole scene of them was a really cool action fighting scene.
Agreed. It looks fast paced. I mean, it's cool how it's done to show like fast paced motion and everything.
Yeah,
and I like how it's not difficult to follow either, because sometimes in certain action scenes it's like, okay, how do you get from this point to this point? But I mean, you clearly see it laid out, which is great.
Yep, good point. Get out of here, John.
My question too: how'd he get here?
The door was open. I just walked in. Wait, so did you guys watch the Sheena, you mentioned the anime, like you watched the anime as well?
I watched the first couple of episodes of the anime, and then I was like, oh, there's a manga. Oh, look at this pretty box set. I'd rather read it. And then I stopped watching it, and come to find out, they didn't even finish it. They only went up from volume 1 to 11, I think it said 1 to 12, so it never got finished. It got canceled, and nobody's ever picked it up. And now we're supposed to be getting a live action one. Ugh. So I don't know how that's going to work unless like HBO did it or something. But Netflix is doing it. I don't know if you ever seen the Death Note that they did.
The live action? Did they do live action?
Did for the English one, not the Japanese one, the English one. I don't know if you ever seen it, but I was like, ugh.
It's bad.
How is this going to work out? Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I want to believe that it's going to be okay. At least we're getting eyeballs. Like, I would love for somebody else to have picked up the anime and redid it, because it is a really great story, and I think it would even hold up today. But we'll see. Because I was talking to Kelly about it. I was like, I wonder how it would look at the people that did the studio that did Castlevania, right? Picked it out. That would look amazing. So,
Mike was asking if does the anime follow the manga.
It does. It does follow it pretty good. Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm really bad at these. It does follow it pretty damn closely to it. And so, and that's the beauty. That's the beautiful thing about manga to anime, I feel like, because sometimes they just take it from panel to screen, So, hi, how are you? Welcome. So this person, she has actually read Claymore. So I was like, oh, you should come and watch her and be part of the discussion. So yeah. So yeah, we shall see.
Yeah, and what I recall of the
Right?
anime, it's been like, I think it's been about a decade since I've seen I think it's 24 or 26 episodes, but just
Mm-hmm.
after not seeing it in so long and then reading the actual manga, I actually recalled those scenes like this with Claire running on the rooftops and everything. I was just
Mm-hmm.
like,
Yeah,
it's a
and
bit,
Claire walking into the town and stuff, and like the
it's
way that
amazing.
she looks. Yeah.
Exactly. It's amazing how vivid it is, and the fact that, like, wow, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it had staying power for me. So
Nice.
it's really good.
That's awesome.
Okay, so yeah, our girl. So our girl makes it out, and then, oops, good job, Sheena. Your little, your little fat fingers. Okay, so it's like yeah. So you finally get to see what these two look like. I can't stand the one. I can't even. I don't even remember his name.
Uh,
He looks like
Sid,
this little
Sid
blonde
and
hair
Gulp.
one.
Sid and
Yeah.
Gulp.
Yeah.
Right? Are the two names.
Okay.
when I took notes, I wrote them as jerk and jackass.
I mean,
Dead.
pretty
Love
accurate.
you. So yeah. So I mean, they're doing their job. Like we're mad because they're doing their job, but at the same
Well,
time, like
True.
is
that.
the one just his brother, or were they
I don't
like
know.
they both are? Because the one's like in full armor, and then the other one.
Hmm.
So I didn't know.
Oh,
I
Like,
think
was
he's
he
just.
actually a
I think
guard,
he's
or was
just
he just his?
cocky.
I took them
Yeah,
as
like
guards. I took them as
Yeah, yeah,
guards.
yeah. And to my
So.
understanding, they're supposed to be the best of the guards because they have
okay,
these, like,
and he
combat
just
skills that the other ones do not have.
Yeah.
Mm.
he just doesn't wear a uniform.
Right. He's like, he's so good, he's cocky, you know?
He's got one little shoulder thing. That's all he's
Yeah.
got.
Right.
Like, oh, I'm just gonna protect my shoulder, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Show my face. So yeah. So that was they call them episodes. So that was part one. Now we go on to part two, the darkness of paradise. And I love the way that it opens up, so you get to see the Yoma
Yeah.
taking down some of the guards. I was like, let's go. It's getting real now. So there is one in there. So you can see how I add a little blood for the effect. So yeah.
That's
Look
nice.
at me using my camera.
I feel like I'm really there now.
So
Thanks, you.
oh, shoot. Oh my goodness. So yeah, so you can see that it came out at night. So they're back at the end, and she only has so many pills, and she only has so much time to figure this out. And then these guards come, and they're like, "We're on to you. We know that you were outside." And she's like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I've been here all night," And they're sitting there and they're looking at her. Is it this one? Yeah. So they're looking at her to see if they can tell, they're looking for her silver eyes. They're looking to see all the telltale signs of a Claymore, and they don't trust her, or even a Yoma. They don't trust her. So, and then here's my baby. He's like, "Get your hands off of my girl, okay?"
Chomp.
Yeah, he's all like,
He kind of reminds me of Luffy, like just the little kid of him. Like I just think of Luffy for
yeah,
some reason.
oh yeah.
But I like that he cares, for trying to protect her.
He's so
He's like,
precious.
she's the most kindest, most gentlest person I know. Stop talking to her like you know her because you don't. Like he's like, you better put respect on her name. And
That's
she's
right.
just like, I love him. I love how hard he goes for her.
Yeah, he's so sweet. I'm like, oh, you're just
So
precious.
sweet. I'm like, Lord, please Jesus, don't let nothing happen to him. So yeah. So she ends up meeting back up with the priest, and he tells her that there was two guards that were killed last night, and he said it happened inside the cathedral, just like the other times. Did both of them have their insides eaten? And he says yes. There are more victims every day. This week alone, there has been 5. And it says it seems like it's a ferocious appetite, and that plays into what kind of Yoma it is. So we get to learn a little bit more about them. She goes, usually Yomas don't eat much. It's enough for them to eat the guts of a human once every week or two. But the longer the monster lives, the more appetite grows. They are more cunning and stronger. They are called the ferocious eaters. And she goes, I'm afraid one of them is hiding in the cathedral. And then he's like really worried, and he's just like, okay, so let's narrow this stuff down. Like they're really trying to figure it out. And then they say like, you know, where other priests were at the time, and she's even questioning him and looking at him side eyes too. So
Yeah, which was me the entire time up until this point. So like,
mhm,
okay, why are you?
mhm,
What's the expression? Like, oh shoot. Okay, so I'm
right.
giving myself away, kind of. Oh, yeah.
And then she says the soldiers are rotated regularly. Most stand watch at the sanctuary entrance. And she says, be careful around those people, but you know, abandon your notions. A Yoma can disguise, can be fooled even by family members. And he is just like thrown back. He is like, what in the hell are you talking about? So, like, do you like this one, Joseph?
Love it, love it,
This
love
is
it.
one, yeah.
I had taken so many screenshots as I read this. Like I'm just reading on the app, and I'm like, oh, that I gotta post that later. I gotta post that later. Like all these things are so great.
Yeah, I
So
do
we get
that
to
when
see
I'm
our
reading
girl.
it
She's trying to
too.
get back.
Yeah.
So yeah, we get to see our girl. She has to battle these two idiots again. And she's like, if you get in my way, I won't hold back. She's like, I was being nice. That you guys keep, yeah, but you don't want the smoke, basically. But she was like, I'll give it to you, You're gonna fuck around and find out that. And yeah, he goes, so you show your true colors, huh? And he was like, calling her a witch, calling her a monster and everything. And she's just like, all right, are you gonna shut up and we're gonna fight, or you're gonna let me be on my way? So and then we see the battle on the roof of her and the soldiers, and it's pretty badass.
Yeah, she is definitely badass. I love how she was like
Hmm.
catching the blades from the other fight scene
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
Right.
really cool.
I
And the
like that
further
we get
you
to
get
see
into
her
the
fighting
story,
with daggers.
Oh yeah.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
oh yeah, and they got big ass swords and stuff. She has even, yeah. So, but the further you get into the story, there's something about Claire that you learn, and you're just like, at least I was like, what? No fucking way. So I'm not gonna tell you until we get, until you guys get there. But the way that you just said that, she's just badass. But once you find out something about Claire, you're gonna be like, that's crazy. So
I don't know if I know what you're talking
alright.
about. I don't know if I'm as far.
Which volume are you on then?
Uh,
Oh wait, you don't
I
know
think
yet,
I'm up
huh?
to like
Okay,
6 or something.
6. Okay, yeah. So
I did not read
she
ahead.
puts it on.
Yeah, I'm up
It's
to
okay.
this.
It's okay. I just flew through some of. I was like, let me slow down because, I'm gonna have to redo it anyways to go through all these panels and everything. So I was like, let me just slow down, and then I don't want it to be over. So yeah. So as they're fighting, some real stuff goes down, and those guards were killed. Some other guards are killed, and they can hear it. And she goes running towards, the screams and everything. And there he is. There's the Yoma right in the flesh. This was so nasty and scary. I was like, ew,
Mm-hmm.
Claire, turn around.
Yeah, he is very cool.
And right. And now she has to fight him. And they get to see that like she's trying to protect all of them.
But they finally like believe her now too, because that was the
Yeah,
other thing.
they finally believe
Yeah.
They were so like caught
that
up in
she's
just trying to get her.
Right.
She's
And
like, you're no match for this. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
oh, you're fine. And mind you, she's not even fighting at full strength because those pills are still in her system.
Exactly.
So,
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
yeah.
But they're still
So,
kind
yeah.
of jerks to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially
I mean,
that
yeah, he's a mess. Right. So, and then she gets hurt really bad. So I was just like, Claire, get up, baby, get up.
Yeah, and like you were saying how she wasn't at her full strength when that was happening. I was
Mhm.
like, what's gonna
Right. And this one,
happen?
this exactly. And this motherfucker just ate. He just had a nap. Like he's ready to gear up and hurt somebody. So for her to even stand up and be like, no, I'm gonna try with everything in me, but she just gets really hurt. I'm just like, oh my god, not my baby.
Right.
But I
Yeah, I
kind
think
of
so.
like this. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You can go ahead.
I kind of like that we see it because, like, you know how everyone's like, oh, main character is so OP, like, they never get hurt by anything. And it kind of like
Exactly.
shows
No.
that she does have weaknesses.
Yeah,
And
this is a
Uh-huh.
challenge. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then
But
she even said that before they went to before they came into town. She was like, you're sending only me to do this ferocious eater type thing. It's usually not a bunch of us, but like more than one. He's like, oh, you'll be all right. You got this. I'm sending in the perfect person. Okay, my guy. Like, not you gassing her and then just leaving her to fucking die. Like, okay. But you're right. All right. And then she gets back up. And she puts one in one of her blades in its eye.
Right, that was cool.
yeah. I really like her dagger fighting.
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh, this part. I was like, no, Claire. And he answered her back by like taking, like he can make his fingers like knives themselves, and he picks her up like that. I was like, oh my god, my girl's a goner. My girl's a
Right.
goner. And then he almost stabs the guard with the other one, but she ends up saving him again. So
Yeah, this was pretty wicked. I think this is where we first kind of get the understanding of his abilities of like almost like Wolverine, like the extensions of the claws in that regard. Pretty, was not expecting that.
yeah, this was crazy. So I was like, how are they going to get out of this? This is
Right. And this is
insane.
the most high stakes battle so far because I mean it's like, okay, coming at this Yoma with everything so far, and it's like, what if he's not going alone?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So luckily there's other people that come into the hall and, other soldiers and stuff, and the thing disappears. And I think that's the only thing that saved Claire at night, So, and then he says she did. He said her heart's still beating, and the soldier picks her up. This dude picks her up instead of being like, oh, okay, well, she's a monster. She's a demon. All these witchy, these things that they were fed to him, and he decides, no, she sacrificed herself for us. Let's get her help. Let me pick her up and get her out of here, So
yeah, I was happy that at least one of these two guys was somewhat honorable and reasonable.
Right.
Because
one of them redeemed themselves, kind of.
Yeah, the other one still didn't want anything to do with it. He's like, she's a half-breed, like she's a monster. And he's like, well, dude,
he was
saved us. Like
exactly. Right.
But I think we learn like why he felt that way. And because he's a little bit younger.
Right.
And then the reveal.
Right. Right. So then we wake. Then it's the next day, and he is approached by that one guard, the real asshole, and Claire's like sleeping, and then the one guard comes and he's like, "Boy, come with me." He's like, "Yeah, fuck you." And he's just like, "Come to finish what you started last night," and they get into a real fist fight and everything. And he tries to stand up for Claire. And he goes, "I won't let you lay a finger on my sister." Got that pumpkin head. He's so cute. I can't with him. He's like, "Get your things. I'll take you to your sister." And he goes, "How do you know where she is?" He was like, "Shut up and follow me. You want to hear her dying words, don't you?" Like, jerk. So,
very cold.
Yeah. And there's Claire, and look at him just sitting by her bedside. And then she ends up waking up. She ends up waking up, and then he's so happy that she woke up. And then I love the part where he says like he didn't leave her side the whole time that she was passed out, and then oh
Yeah, that kind of took her by surprise, right?
uh-huh
When she
yeah
come to find out, she's like, oh, you cared, because
yeah
even she's kind of been a little cold to him too throughout.
right
I mean, she's
right
like, even from volume one, she was just kind of like, all right, I guess you can follow me or whatever. But like, so I think this definitely warmed her heart a little more too.
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
and yeah
And
she was
just
like
right. Yeah, and then just the fact that
mhm,
because of had to basically live, like basically exist to kill these Yoma, they can't really
mhm,
form connections with other people, especially humans who fear them as well, like and view them as half breeds.
mhm,
So it's like she has to shut off her heart to other people and forming bonds with people because it's like, well, I mean, I know it's gonna be superficial anyway, so whatever, I'm just gonna
right
protect myself. But then Rocky's like, hey, I'm still here. I care about you. I'm not afraid of you. And it's like, wow, okay, I think I could take you seriously.
Yep.
right
Yep.
and yeah this was one of the moments that she realizes that and he when she was unconscious for like 2 days and he never left her side he prayed for her he cried for her and really like and not even just for her just not even for himself like holy shit she's the only one that can help us like everybody's gonna die he's not worried about that he's worried about Claire like genuinely worried for her and wanting to see her okay he's like I don't care about anybody else I just care about her and she deserves to live and stuff like that. I thought that was sweet. So,
Yep.
all right. All right, part 4. Here we go. So Claire gets up. She comes to the hall and she's like, "Look, we're doing this. We're narrowing it down. I need to see everybody in the hall. Line the hell up. We're doing this, right? Because I think the drugs are out of her system by this time. So
Mhm.
Yeah, they're all like
yeah,
so
she's like,
offended. All the guys are so
yeah,
offended, like the bishop, and
Yeah.
like, how
right,
dare you even accuse any of us for this?
yeah.
Meanwhile, it's like,
We're
Right.
holy people.
yeah,
Exactly.
but it's like it literally could be anyone here, and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then they're too mad that they brought, her, a witch or whatever they want to call her, into this holy land.
yeah.
And they're like, dude, just get in line. And like they end up, yep. So she ends up really getting close to them, really looking at them and trying to really figure out where this thing is hiding at. And the soldiers are helping too. They're not like, okay, no, we're gonna not take this seriously. No, they're taking it seriously and lining them up. Mhm. And then she's like, so nobody ends up being them. Okay. Nobody ends up being the Yoma and they're really trying to figure this out. She's like, where can this thing be hiding? And she's still trying to recover too, even though she made it, she's still recovering, so she's not at her full strength. And she goes, that's strange. They all have the scent of a Yoma, but not the aura. And none of them is missing the right eye that I poked out. It could have grown back in 2 days. Could it grow back in 2 days? And then she's just like keeps going through and trying to figure out where this thing is.
So this too was like on these next set of pages. I still was thinking that it's the father because at the end she's like, okay, sorry,
Mhm.
father, I have to check you now
Mhm.
since you're the last
Mhm.
one. And I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, here it is. Here's the reveal. We got him. I knew it.
Yeah.
I called this from the beginning.
Oh yeah.
But not so much.
No.
Yeah.
So
I
we
was
find
thinking
out
that
that it's not
too.
him.
I really did not see the reveal coming at
Yeah,
all.
No,
same,
not at all.
same.
Things are turning ugly. Where's the one secretly forced the priest to join the monster hunt? Will be blamed for this too. And she goes, how can this be? The Yoma has to be somewhere inside this cathedral. Can I find it? She's like, did I miss something? And she's like, think, Claire, because time is running out. She was like, it could take the appearance to hide its true form, whether it's man or woman, priest or non-believer, the frailest child or the oldest man. And then it dawns on her.
Yep.
Mhm.
Could be a dead body.
Right?
I was like,
And
run,
look at our boy.
Rocky. Rocky, run.
Well, it's crazy because didn't he like in the beginning when they first got there? Didn't he like point out the mummies too?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he
And then
did.
yeah, so like when he even did that, I
Ironic.
wasn't thinking anything about it either.
Same.
Right.
Yep.
So then our boy, he's just like, just walking around, which I'd have been like, why are you walking around, my guy? And then he's just like, man, where can this thing be? And he's just like, yeah, this place is creepy as hell. He goes, why is this in a cathedral anyways? And mommy's still creepy, even if it was an important person. He was how disgusting. And he's just talking to himself. Unaware of like what is going on. Like, ew, that thing is so gross.
Oh, this was such a cool like splash
Yes.
page thing. Though.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
so cool.
Yep. Totally. I'm just yelling, I'm like yelling at the book at this point.
Yeah.
Get out of
I
the
was
way.
like, oh, what?
Yeah, that's
Baby,
great.
yeah, that's-
Oh wow. I'm like, that explains why I can't get enough to eat.
Right.
Train part 5. I think this is one of the second to last. So yeah, our girl figures it out. She comes in time for her boy. And yeah, so
Those panels. Those
yeah.
panels. Love it.
So yeah.
We're all gonna be thinking about you now when we see those panels.
Yeah. I'm telling you. It's a pattern. These were I like that the guys like were able to catch up to and come back in to help.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Like
Hell
they
yeah.
banded together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that makes sense. Oh wait, no, that sets it up. So she is trying to battle them with her blades and everything, and then the dudes come in, and one of them wards them off, right? And then they throw her that statue that she had been carrying around. So in the beginning, remember how she had told the innkeeper, "Oh, we're trying to sell our dad's stuff," and she had this big ass statue with her, and he was like, "Oh, how much are you selling that for?" And it was like a ridiculous amount of money that she knew nobody could afford, and the reason why she made it that price that nobody could take, and then they brought that thing with them because her Claymore is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Her
was like,
blade is in there.
yes.
Yeah.
I was like, this is so epic.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go! Like,
So
Yeah.
when this part happened, I was trying to think like I was like, wait, was I supposed to know that it was in there? But we weren't, right? Like this was like kind of the first
it
reveal.
wasn't.
Of
This was the
okay.
reveal. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, so yeah, when I saw that, I was like, oh, that's really cool. But I was like, oh my god, did I like miss that? So I'm reading through.
I think like you were just kind of thought to believe that like she left her sword
They
because she
just did.
couldn't
Yeah,
carry the sword
like she just
without,
left it out of the town.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. Very cool scene.
Yeah. I was like, oh, so badass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is. It's dope.
Cool.
So she's like, let's fucking go. I'm
Yeah.
ready. Let's go.
Yep.
And she's like,
Look at
Bring it.
Rocky's face. Rocky's face was so
Right.
happy.
He's like,
he's so proud of her. He's like,
Yeah.
yeah. He's like feeling just like we are. He's like, he's clear.
he's like, get him.
And the monster's like, oh crap, a Claymore.
No. The epic battle. So Claire's trying to hold her own. She's got some good moves, like, and she hasn't even tapped into her Yoma yet. Like, she's just trying to use the strength that she has right now,
Yep.
She gets a good hit on him.
Yeah, like I think after I read this through, I think I'm gonna want to watch it just because
Mm-hmm.
I'm just curious to see how they did the action scenes in this. Like it is
Yeah.
so cool. like even her dodging some of the blades or I guess his fingers, I guess, or whatever. Like just her like diving and all that, like looks so cool.
And see, that's the kind of stuff though that I think you'll never be able to like really capture in live action. And that's why like not everything has to be live action.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And yeah, you're right. It could be a letdown. Yeah, if it's yeah.
But no, they definitely should. I think they should finish on making it a complete anime.
Yeah, I agree, because I think Studio Gonzo produced this anime back then, like in the early, like 2010, around that time, 20 teens. But yeah, I mean, just this entire sequence, this arc, just seeing the fight scenes, it was very epic. And then also using the difference in lighting, just giving more of those darker tones that really get that gothic type of setting and feeling, which was really great. And then just how high stakes this battle is in general. It's like, oh my gosh, if she don't make it, is this gonna work?
Yeah.
Seriously. And I like too with actually these panels that we're looking at right here. I like that there are moments of, and I'm sure like other anime or other manga do it, but I just like there's moments of the detail in her face is gone and it's just like a blank face, but it's almost more to capture the background or the scene. The entire moment is kind of there. Like I almost picture the dust settling or the whatever it is, you know, the wind in the background. It just like is a really cool way to do it without any doing much. You're just removing the face, and it, you know, for me, I just now picture the entire scene. I never really seen that in something like in like comic books. You know, versus manga. So I think that's a really cool. Again, I don't know if that might be something used often in a lot of manga. I'm not sure, but it's just something I noticed here. You know, seeing these panels.
See, I always kind of like I interpret it as like this is business. Like we're in business zone now.
Oh, okay,
like when there's no like like all emotions gone.
Yeah. I like that.
Or when she really taps into her powers and stuff. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So let's see. Yeah.
There you go, Justin.
And it's talking to her, right? So it's telling her, it's like, Yeah. And he goes, I wonder why Claymore would try so hard to show off. But I see now. You didn't you did that to make panic so you could finish me off quickly. You're trying to avoid a long drawn out fight. You missed just now. You weren't aiming for my arm. You wanted my head. Now we realize that, you know, she's like I said, she's still recovering from her first battle with it. You know, she's trying to give it all she's got. And, you know, she's like dwindling down. So he knows her weakness now. So let's see. Oh, and then he gets her. I'm tired of those fucking fingers.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
Never ending to them.
I know. So then, yeah. And then they step in. They try to help her. The guards again, they try to help her. And one of them really gets injured. And he said, you could stand, right? He goes, I'm ashamed to say, but no matter how hard we fight, we're not a match for this. Just like you said, use our lives however you wish. Just make sure you kill that thing.
I love that moment. I feel like, and I think that's Gulk. I think is that guy's name, the one that's like a little more reasonable. I just like that he truly recognizes one that at the end of the day they are no match, and on top of that though, just how powerful she is, and they need to like. I mean, he was like, literally throw us at this thing if you need to, like use us in any way as a weapon. You need to like, you know, use this as a tool or whatever. Like, I just thought that was a really big moment for like his character. And I don't know. I mean, I guess his, you know, the other guy, Sid, kind of gets it too. But for him, that was like a big growing moment.
Right.
Yeah. That's where I was kind of like, all right, I can accept him.
Yeah. One of them.
It's like, but get your friend in check.
Right. That part. Throw his ass first. That's what I was thinking.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, this is pretty
Cannonball
epic when
special.
he uses the so when he uses his to distract him, and then Claire jumps on Homeboy's back, and she's like,
I love that.
you know,
I love that.
Yes.
she's so
It's so
cool.
cool.
Yeah. Just like the
And they
silhouette
take
of
some.
her, you
Yes.
know.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, he's got all these wounds in him right now. He just took like 4, you know, things to the chest or whatever. Like he's not in
Yep.
good shape.
And she's like, oh, holy shit, did he just walk into my blade? He goes, no matter where you slice, you'll never hit my weak spot. And don't think you'll ever get another shot. And this is when our baby, she's like, fuck. And she taps into her powers. And you can see her arm becomes stronger. She uses Soriyama, and she finally takes him out.
Yeah,
Flips
the
him in half.
Yoma made such a big mistake there in saying, like, I don't know why he went and shared, like, hey, you're never gonna hit, you know, you could stab me in the stomach all day, you're never gonna hit my weak spot. And she's like, oh, okay, so let me just take your head out, then thanks.
That is like classic shonen shit, like the talking. I'm like, bruh.
And revealing themselves.
yeah, like he had it, you know. He would have won.
That like Demon Slayer movie. I was like,
Right.
Pedro, shut the fuck up. You're telling them what you're gonna do. Be quiet. Like, but that's just classic shonen shit. Like, girl dead. But yeah, our girl comes through. Epic.
That's a great shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know. I love this art.
Yeah, it really is so
I feel like it's definitely different than other stuff that I have read before.
Is the artist different than the writer in this?
I don't think so. I
No,
think it's the same.
No, story and art by the same person.
Cool.
So yeah. So now that she has used, so she's already hurt on top of it. She had to tap into her powers, and now she's like going full Yoma. And
Yeah.
she's
I feel
like,
like
I've gone too far. Yeah. Because the more that they tap into their power, the more, you know, they may not be able to turn back. So that's why she was trying to hold off as long as she can. But now she's like feeling like she's going, yeah. What were you guys saying, Kelly?
so there's like a point where there's no turning back, and
Mm-hmm.
Like her friend, right? From the first one.
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and she's like, just kill me. I'm going to kill myself. Rocky ain't having it. He's like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Like,
going to be
I
okay.
don't think so.
And then he tells the girl, when he tells her no, he's like, don't come near me. She's like, he goes, no, if you go, I go. You go, I go. He was like, I love you. Not love you, but you know, he was like, if you die, I'm going to die with you. He was like, I'm happy to be with you in any way, whether it's death or here or whatever. He goes, but I'm not going to let you go by yourself.
I love that panel too. Like the sword coming down, like all that. So
Definitely was getting choked up during this.
Yeah,
Right.
so I was like, that's totally a profound moment.
yeah.
So, and then so you could see that she actually, and then Homeboy's getting ready to do her in, and you see what she does with her sword. And then in the next one,
She was saved.
she's back to normal. She was saved by the power of love.
Sing it.
That's what I said. It's like, by the power of love, she came back. It sounds like, what the heck? And she's just as shocked, but you know, her face, she's like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
I like how it shows on her face that she was like, that
Yeah.
fuck was happening.
Right.
Like, what the heck?
But thank God he didn't chop her head off because,
Right.
Yeah.
you know.
But then, like,
Jesus.
now she's probably questioning, like, oh, I
Mhm.
killed my friend.
Everything.
What if I
Yeah.
didn't have to?
I just had to show some love, and she would have been all right.
Right?
Oh my
She just needed a hug.
God.
Yeah, especially since she dropped that, like just what I recall from that scene, she had mentioned that she wished she had held her human heart more. And so just showing
Mhm.
this scene of love right here brought her back to her humanity. So it's like, oh wow, epiphany.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my God. So, and then this guy, he's just slick with it. He's like, oh, I'm just tired of like standing around watching you guys hug. Like, my body's full of holes and shit. And she's like, put more holes in you. And poor Rocky, he's just sobbing. She's like, it's okay. It's okay. hmm So it's like the next day, and they're getting ready to go. Everybody's saying their thank yous and everything like that. He's just praising her. She's like, that's my job. You don't need to praise me or thank me. And he goes, that's okay. Bye. And then I love it when she looks back at him. She's like, are you coming with me, Rocky? And he's like, yeah. Like, oh, he loves her so much.
It's like a little pet.
Right.
Yeah, she's like, yeah. Oh, it's so sweet. And this part pissed me off. I was like, no, he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what it was like. To me, it was like, oh, they're doing that whole when boys don't like you, they tease you or whatever. And
Yeah. I'd have hit him in the gut. I'd have been like, You didn't even like. Oh, but Rocky gets his ass back. I died laughing when I saw this part when he kicked him in the balls. I laughed so hard. He's like, get your fucking hands off her. It's like he calls him every dead. You leecher. he's ready to go like all the way in, get his ass whooped for Claire. And Claire's like, boy, come on. And that's the end of that. End of that one. All right. So overall, what did you guys give that whole section out of 5 stars? Where would you rate it?
I gave it 5 stars.
Yeah, I think I saw that on our Goodreads.
Yeah, so far it was definitely my favorite of the first like 3 volumes.
Okay, yeah. This next one had me all the way fucked up. But yeah, so what did you rate it, Jordan?
Yes, I would say I definitely would give it 5 stars mainly because it actually broke that mold, that shonen mode of like, oh, great, the main character is not OP. It's literally this person can be in mortal danger from anything. And of course, and then you see the possibility of her losing her humanity to her Yoma side. And so I was like, oh gosh, all this is thrown at us in this second volume. So it's like, oh gosh, I mean, of course we knew that it couldn't have ended. I mean, it could have possibly ended there, but we know that, well, we have about 25 more volumes, so that's not going to be possible. But the fact that we see that, wow, life is definitely fleeting in literal sense. And so, and the fact that even more so that growing found family aspect with her and Rocky and her being able to hold on to her humanity as much as possible. That's just really, really great to see.
Yeah. I like I just like that it was like a murder mystery in a sense for most of it as we're trying to figure out.
Yeah.
Like I genuinely was like, just pinpointing the priest the entire time and I ended up being wrong, which is like cool to like have that surprise still. So I thought that was fantastic. And I like the character building, not just between, certainly between her and Rocky, but also just like the other guards, like just like getting another set of characters involved and seeing how they kind of think about how we thought of them in the very beginning. At least one of them. I mean, both of them were like these idiots that we didn't want anything to do with. But like in the end, it was like he put his life on the line, and just like she did for him, and everything else. So you kind of, I don't know, like a part of me would be like, oh, that'd be cool to see him return down the road or something like that. At least the one guy, you know. So I did like that aspect. So yeah, I mean, I'd give it a 5 too. This is definitely, I mean, the artwork, the action scenes, and even like the gore and stuff. Like I liked all of that. Like I thought it gave you just enough of everything, you know? Yeah.
Right. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Right. So we move on to, well, technically, hold on. Oh, good job, Sheena. You're an idiot. I didn't even give my girl the right introduction that she deserved. Good job, Sheena. So technically we were in 4 already. We were like a quarter way into 4, but I felt like this was a good breaking point in the story.
Right, because the beginning of volume 3 kind of closes out the story from volume 2.
From volume 2, right? So now we are moving on to volume 3, and this is the cover for volume 3.
I love this cover.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Green's my favorite color. Green and purple. Yeah. So that's kind of why. But
purple's my favorite color.
Nice. I'm surprised my Freya's being quiet. I don't know where the hell she's at though. All right. I think Kelly's gonna take this part. Yeah.
I'm gonna mute myself here and there. Just the dogs might get a little. They're a little.
Oh no, you're fine.
Play happy right now.
Yeah,
no, that's fine because
mine's not a dog. Mine's my children that I keep having to dip out for.
Same thing. We get
it. Right. Right. I think, my Kelly, you're gonna lead this one, babe.
All right.
If you need help, I'm right here. Okay. Okay.
Go, Kelly.
Oh yeah, you got this.
So in this one, in the beginning, we're introduced to a new character. An interesting new character. I will tell you, this whole part, this whole part when the reveal at the end of this too got me. Like normally I am good at like picking up foreshadowing and figuring things out, but this story I haven't been able to figure anything out.
I'm terrible at it. Just so you know, I'm terrible at it.
That's me.
I am the epitome of any creator or writer or movie director or anything. I am the fan that they want to like watch their stuff because I'm just eating away and questioning everything and not trying to predict anything, and at the end I'm just like floored every time.
I drive my husband nuts because I'm like, this is gonna happen with this person.
And he's
like, let me just watch the movie.
Yeah. My wife's like that. She calls it.
But okay. So I took notes.
I have little slides for you. You tell me when to move, okay?
So yeah.
I try to go with you.
We're introduced to this new character, and you see she's doing some ass kicking of taking down a Yoma. And similar kind of story to where we see Claire in a village taking down Yoma. And you can move on.
Okay. Sorry, babe. Sorry. Okay, here we go.
Sorry. I'm nervous.
No, I know. You're good. You're good.
And I like throughout this whole thing, it kind of is like a similar setup to like the origin we get with Claire, right? Like,
right.
Yoma.
I love it that you said that. Oh yeah. I love it that you
said the similarity thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the similarity in Claire and then this person right here. So
yeah, and I'm pretty sure I can't really see the panels, but I think this is what they like kind of going over the whole her taking down the Yoma, right?
They're like, holy shit, she crushed his head. Yeah, and they're like all standing around. This part had me. I was like, when I first saw her, I was like, oh my God, I'm scared and turned on because this girl is scary as fuck. Who is she? Like, I'm with the rest of the people in the crowd.
And then, like it kind of shows off too how like she's emotionless and cold towards people and does the whole like I think isn't even there a part with the whole money thing where she's like, I don't
Yeah.
need it, and
Right. She said a strange looking man dressed in black will come for it later. Give it to him then. He goes, but if that's all we know, what if we make the mistake and give it to the wrong person? And she's like, I don't care. In that case,
yeah,
it will be the same as if the village never paid. Next time, however, many Yoma appear in the town, and we won't come to help. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
and okay, you can switch.
Okay. And then you get to really see that. That's where you adjust
This, yeah. So this is like the part with the exchange of the like her. I don't know what to call him.
He has a name. I think his name was Orway. I wrote it down. Hang on.
But like the ringleader kind of guy who's
Mhm.
giving out the missions and
Right. So this is her person that follows her around. I don't think that
He's
they're
clearly
as creepy
different,
as the
though, right?
other dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
no.
doesn't have the
See,
glasses.
I don't know. I like the whole dark, ominous feel of the one she.
Oh yeah.
Right.
I mean, this guy
And we
you get
find
a
out that
little
her
bit.
name is Teresa.
Yeah, you get a
Huh?
little bit of a
Oh,
glimpse
yeah.
of this guy. Like on the next page, you see like the side of his face, and he looks like a Yoma a little
Yeah,
bit.
he does.
Right.
Yeah.
Which I think adds to that lore about them, the mystery behind them too. Like, okay, if they've
Right.
nailed
Like, what's their?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what they're talking. And in this one, he's just assigning her another.
mhm. Yeah.
Well,
And
so
they said, be careful what you say. Our job is to slaughter Yomo. We would never do such a thing. Like she was fucking with him, the people in the village, like, talking shit to him. And she was like, we would never do that. She was like, maybe you would. Maybe you wouldn't, but I would.
yeah, I was almost wondering if there was more to this that we saw, like if the guy was hinting to, because like she basically said like, oh, if you don't pay, we send the Yoma after you or whatever. And then
Yeah.
I just started to think big picture stuff. I'm like, do they do something like that, or is there like an organization that does something like? And I might have just gotten like too into it, but like these pages were kind of making me question like a lot of things.
Right.
Mhm.
Well, that's what we have so many like unanswered facts or questions about the organization. Like, who are they? Why do they do it? Like, what's their story?
Right.
Do they actually care about people?
Right.
Exactly.
Are they trying to take over the world? Like, is it a control thing?
That part. So the next one, I love how cocky she is too. Like how she's having a conversation. She's like, "All right, Captain," like like whatever, and just totally
Like,
fucking dismisses them. But at the same time, like,
yeah, like she's all like, "Got it." And
do you want me to read this one for you, baby?
Yeah, I mean, I can't
Can
read
you
any
see
of the
the canon?
text.
Okay. It says Teresa, half breed, created by the organization, 77th generation Claymore, warrior number 182. No matter what Yoma she faces, she slays them without exhausting her Yoma powers. For that reason, her face has never grown ugly and when she slays the creature, she seems to have the faintest of smiles. She's known as Teresa of the faint smile, the strongest woman amongst those Claymore. Amongst those called Claymore.
Yeah, so
And
the
she
other
says,
thing about her.
maybe no.
Oh,
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. Because they correct themselves. They say the strongest woman, and they were like, oh wait, monster, like the strongest creature. So, because they don't want them to look at them as nothing, nothing of the sort. Like they're, So, go ahead. What were you gonna say, Mother?
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. Like that's what her lore, legend, whatever, is that she takes enjoyment out of killing the Yoma. Like for the most part, Claymore, like are these emotionless, monster killers, but like she seems to take enjoyment out of destroying the Yoma.
Right.
Yeah, the smirk
Right.
that he gives. I wrote down, by the way, I wrote down those details of 77th generation Claymore warrior number 182. I just wrote those numbers down because I'm like, that's interesting. Like,
Nice.
yeah, I wonder
Yeah,
if that's
and
going
it
to tie
comes
in.
into play, no doubt. So
Yeah.
that you said that, it comes into play later, I promise you.
Yeah.
So that you pointed it out, that there's, okay, number 172. Like, what number does that signify? Like, is
Yeah.
it
Is it
how they're
relevant?
ranked, or like is it the one that was made? You see what I'm saying? So we don't know yet. So like you said, there's so many questions about the organization, about the Claymore, and they're just giving us like little pieces of it, so.
I thought maybe the writer was a Blink 182 fan because 182 is a very specific number.
Right.
Very specific number. I'm just saying.
I put that stood out to me because I'm like, okay, like you said, just this to me, it signifies that, okay, this organization has been around for quite some time to be able to create 77 generations of
Yes.
That's insane.
You're like, okay,
Insane.
how long? Who was actually the progenitor of all this?
Right.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
so
go ahead,
then
Cal.
here she's going into the next village for her next mission. I'm calling them missions.
Yeah, mission.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
And oh, what, she gets there and she immediately spots him, right?
She just cuts him out. She just keeps on walking too. I was dead.
Yeah.
And she just like
The
took it
grocery
out
store.
and it's done. Okay, so, and then I think
Oops, let me check. Sorry, my bad. I'm all into. I'm looking at my book and not paying attention to. I have to turn the pages. Good job, Sheila. So, yeah. Let me see this one. And she's like,
this is when there's
It's
multiple.
killing people.
Yeah, so there's multiple ones, right?
Yeah.
And she's just going in, finding them before they even change, slicing them up.
She's counting them.
Right.
She's counting them as she goes.
Yeah.
That's 3. That's 4.
Right. Okay. Let me turn the page. Good job. Come on, Sheila. Get it together. Okay. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And then so some started changing, right? And she's like,
yeah, but
whatever.
she's still just slicing them down before anything even happens, which is like, I think, showcasing how she's the strongest one among the Claymore.
Yeah. Hell yeah. And she tells her, what kept you? You should have summoned your powers the moment you saw me.
Right. There's the cockiness again.
Yep, I love it. I was like, oh my God, I'm so scared. It's so turned on. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Which emotion am I supposed to feel?
Right.
So yeah, and then
okay.
we can see this one.
Is the part, yeah.
So
with the little girl, and then the Yoma was trying to hide behind her, and she just comes up and slices him.
Right.
And she's like, what?
She said, do you think you could have used a child as a shield, you fool? And I didn't even know who this little girl was.
Me neither.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I had no clue.
Yeah.
I thought it was just kind of like a parallel between Claire's story and her story.
I was also trying to figure out like when this took place, right? Like I was like,
yeah, exactly.
I just assumed that it was of the same time, just in another, another country or another location or whatever.
Right.
Like it was happening at the same time
too.
Yeah.
And to me, I was thinking, because when you see with the girl, like earlier on, how she goes up to Teresa and how Teresa acts, I was thinking that it was to show like not every like Claymore takes on to people like Claire does. Like some of them just truly don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that too, because when we see that and how she treats her at first, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's
like when we see how
so cold.
Yeah, so cold. Look at her.
All the blood spraying was so great.
How they make eye contact, that's dope. That was a good panel right there. Right. So I did get this part. Oh, Sheena, what did you do? Is this it?
Yeah, this is going into
Okay. It says, I always thought my best feature was my long black hair, but the people I trusted sold me to the organization, and on that day, I lost everything. To die as a beggar or become a tool of the organization, I didn't have much choice. It wasn't just me either. It was like that for everyone who joined. No matter, no one ever willingly comes back knocking on the organization's door. That's important. My body was cut open too. I ceased to be human and became something else. In the moment, in that moment, my cherished black hair, my black eyes, and the color drained from my body, leaving only these shiny silver eyes.
Yeah, this was a lot of information. Just talking with the mentions of the organization, I thought was again just interesting.
Yeah, like showing how they strip away anything that identifies the Claymore, like completely
Right.
taking their identity. And...
Yeah.
Oh, and then this,
1913.
So this was showing how she got this like big fancy room after slaying all the Yoma, and she couldn't even enjoy the luxury. She still ended up sleeping sitting up, like how they do against their swords, and like saying that's how she felt more comfortable. Which I thought was crazy because it's like she's trying to enjoy some part of humanity, but it's just stripped from her, and like she finds the comfort in like what's normal to her now.
Yeah, and she doesn't like eat the same way or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like she seemed too, because I mean, of course, like if we're comparing to Claire, like Claire's like, okay, I got used to this. This is the new normal for me. Whereas Teresa's actually missing that. It's that
right, like she's trying to fight it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teresa. Okay. But yeah, okay. So she's back in the square. And
this is showing
sorry, but I'm off. Yeah.
So it's like they're making that girl an outcast now because the Yoma was using her and pretending to be the father, and they're all like scared that she might be a Yoma, so nobody wants to take her in. And is that this is where she kicks her, right?
Yeah.
Like she goes up to her and she like kicks her away. Yeah.
Right.
Like
yeah, that was
crazy. I was like, damn, okay. Like
yeah, this is cold.
She's like, get away. She's like,
girl, and she like launches too. Like in one of the pages, she's like in the air,
yeah,
like a football.
But then she gets back up and like
she gets back up
still
and goes back to her.
Yeah, still trying to go to her. Like she's just not letting up. She's like, take me with you, please. Like
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a child, man. Come on.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then one of the people tells him, he's like, well, you see, her body is covered in scars from being beaten many times. I see she was just a creature's toy. So she thinks of me as her savior, doesn't she? She's like, sorry, girl, but I didn't come here to save you. Killing Yomas is my job. Don't misunderstand that. Like there's nothing like, yeah, that's just my job. Like, and this little girl is not listening. And she still tries to latch onto her.
Yep.
Let me turn the page for my girl.
There it is. There's the kick.
Yeah.
Technically, that's the second kick. That's kick number 2.
People are like, well, I mean, she's not our worry anymore. So I mean, if she kills her, oh well, so we're just gonna watch this happen. But yeah.
Right. But yeah, because the people in the town have already turned their back on her. They're like, well, there's somebody that could take care of her, and like they're not that concerned about it, So
because it's like they're afraid that she's either going to be a Yoma or she's going to bring them upon them again.
Exactly. So. Exactly.
Okay. So this verse just keeps denying her, and then the girl ends up following her. Kind of like someone else we know.
Yeah.
So yes, following her through the woods, and she figures out that she was following her, and I can't quite see. She's still
She
denying
goes,
her, right?
yeah, she said, I should praise you for having the strength to follow me this far, but I don't care. Like people tag, she's like, I don't like people tagging along after me. Like I told you before, killing Yoma is my job. I didn't kill him for your sake, and I don't need a pet. Would you prefer I end you all right here? End it all right here? And then something falls from the trees, or like something happens. Yeah.
They get attacked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the bandits. That's right. This is where the bandits
yeah.
come in.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
you know, creepy bandit
Yeah.
men being creepy men
Right.
and gross and,
Yeah.
you know,
Yep.
doing the unimaginable things.
Mhm.
That part. Yeah. And I love how she just fucking slices his arm off, his hand
Yeah,
off.
she gets
Right.
yeah.
But this is the part where it's like, so she can't kill humans.
Yes,
Otherwise, she
exactly.
ends
So we
up
find that out.
getting killed.
Mhm.
So
Right.
she really can only, you know, cut off their hand, you know,
Mhm.
kind of fight with them a little bit, which
Yeah.
I think is BS because, like, what is she supposed to do? Just let
Right.
these people, like, constantly beat on her and attack her?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And the funny thing
Right.
too is these people are like, yeah, don't worry, she can't kill us. Meanwhile, she just cut
Right.
the one dude's arm off. Like,
Right.
like
Right.
if I'm in a fight and I see that, I'm like, well, I'm still not gonna go near her. Like, she's
Exactly.
gonna
It's like,
I need my
she can't
hands.
kill you, but
Yeah.
she can remove
Because it's
appendages.
this
Yeah. And they're like, don't worry, she can't kill us.
fucking
Like, no,
beating
no.
you.
We're okay.
Yeah, she can get pretty close.
It wasn't
Right.
his pickpocketing hand. He can still
Yeah.
work.
Right.
Well, I mean, which, like, considering the time period, I mean, just even losing an appendage could be deadly. So, I mean, if this dude gets
Yeah.
Definitely.
down
No,
or whatever,
Right.
he could still die.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
sepsis
but,
and
like,
shit, or like gut infection.
She's
Yeah.
here talking
So what
shit
I
about it all.
exactly. And then I liked it too how she was like ready to kill this little girl, and then she turns around and saves her. Like I was just like, which one is it? Okay.
Right. Right. It's like she wrote this, oh crap, I couldn't kill her though, because I mean, yeah, I can, like, I'm going to kill somebody, but yeah, I'm not trying to lose my life unnecessarily, but yeah.
Right? It's an ironclad rule. They can't kill people, whatever the reason, even if it's an accident. If one of them breaks the rules, the other Claymores join in to take their head. Everyone's afraid of those half breeds. A rule like that is the only way you can get people to trust them. And it's like, yeah. So and he was just like, she's a fine warrior and all that stuff. And she's like, shh. So there's a part I wanted to show. I wanted to put. So she shows her body, right? There's this part in here I couldn't show it, but it's not like they show anything. So she like rips off her clothes and she's like, "Come on, let's go. If this is what you want, if this is what you came for."
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And she's like, "If you don't mind a body that looks like this, then you can do what you please." And they're like,
Yeah, their reactions,
"Eh,
they're
I
like,
can-"
yeah,
they're
is
like,
that real? Is that real? No, thanks. Oh,
Right.
no, that's not.
yeah,
Oh.
right. And we don't get to see
Right.
what she looks like under there, but you could just imagine what they
Yeah.
did to her.
Yeah.
Well,
You
that's
know?
the second time too, because isn't there was a part with Claire when she was like
Mhm.
bathing or whatever, and the creepy dude
Mhm.
pointed it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, there's whatever they do, there's something there.
Yeah.
So
I
Like
was
they must-
her
assuming,
face, dude.
like scars or like,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
or just some sort of mutilation of some sort,
Yeah,
Right.
because I mean, to my
There's
understanding, they're created through like some type of experimentation. So I'm thinking like, okay, they must
Mhm.
implant flesh from the Yoma through their abdomen or something and see how it takes.
yeah, that's what I was wondering, if it like that's where it turned Yoma, or like, I don't know. So many questions.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. They were like, no thanks. I was like, and the consent, they don't like consent. So they're like, you consent, no thanks. Like,
Right.
not into
Like,
this.
you just took the fun out of it, which is like, I hated
Right.
that whole part. But
They were like, come on, guys, let's go fuck some other shit up. And the one guy that she took his hand, he was like, I won't forget this witch. She's like, whatever.
Hmm.
And she tells that person, the little girl, she's like, you better go too. You're not wanted. She goes, I'm a monster. I can't be your babysitter. And she's like, go ahead, get lost.
But then she's
Right?
still following.
She's still following
Like
her
she's
up, right?
not letting up.
I'm dead. Yeah.
Well, because she's probably like, I'm gonna die
Yeah,
either
that's what she
way.
had.
Like,
Nothing to
Right.
lose. Yeah.
Hmm.
oh, and then what? This is where she like jumps from a high ledge, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
doesn't think that the girl will follow.
And then she does anyways, and
Yeah. And that's why, like, through this whole thing, I was like, oh, this is just showing that, like, she doesn't care. Like, some Claymore truly, like, no matter what, just don't care or have emotion.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But also on the other side, like she really truly thought at this point, okay, there's no way the girl jumps if I jump.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
there's certain things that she's just not gonna follow me in. And yet she does, and she's like, oh shit, like okay, this
Right.
Yeah,
Right. Well, that's
girl
like,
needs-
you know,
yeah.
like, she's really trying to get rid of her, but she just gets proven wrong. And it's like, you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
oh, and
And
then
then
this is
she
where
ends
she
up.
kind of, yeah, like there a little bit of a
Yeah.
turning point where she kind of shows a little bit of emotion, like, you need to bathe, you stink.
Yeah. She's like, damn you. Will it be my fault if I leave you here to die? Those bandits back there saw you with me. She's like, "Ugh, you really become a pain. And she throws her in the water. I was like, good God. Teresa.
Yeah.
And she was like, the water's drinkable. Right?
This girl is like a rag
Yeah.
doll. The way she's like thrown around and
Right.
kicked around. And,
Right?
like a
Life is
toy.
a life of abuse and trauma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And she's like, did anybody bathe you? Anybody take care of you? What the hell? Like, why are you walking around stinking and everything? Like, drink some water, get a bath, and then she sees how how bad what condition this little girl was left
Yeah.
in.
See the scars and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Aww.
This thing
Oh,
was
and
so
then
She
here
feeds her. Yeah.
she's feeding her too. Yeah. So it's like, you know, you kind of see that she's softening up a little bit to the girl, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Aww. She's like, it's like having a new pet. It's like,
It really is.
But this part, this part right here where she's eating and she offers some to Teresa. Like, and Teresa's
Yeah.
like, the fuck? Are you okay? Like,
Right.
and she was very shocked that even though this girl is starving and she's, she needs it more than her, she still offered it to her, like, here,
Right.
and
that's the thing too, is that, like, you know, throughout this, like, trying to remember too that, like, they're not shown any love. So, like, yes, they don't show emotion to people, but, like, they're also not given emotion from people. Like, they're going into these villages and they mostly just get faced with fear and hatred, even though they're saving from the monsters.
Mhm.
So it's like, you know, you have these two characters who are children, by the way, showing them
Yes.
some kind of like grace and love and like,
Right.
and that
Right.
seems to be like,
And looking them in their eyes and treating them
yes,
like, you see what I'm saying? Like, they don't,
like they have
yeah.
a soul.
Yes. So, all right. Next one. What did I put up here? Okay. So she woke up, right? Is this the one where she wakes up and she thinks she's gone?
Yeah, she's like, she left her. She woke up and she thought she wasn't.
Yeah.
But she hugs her after she's got like the the rabbit that she's holding.
Yeah.
Right.
It broke my heart. She goes, "You humans are a pain. You have to eat twice, even 3 times a day."
Yeah.
And she just starts crying. She just grabs her and holds her, and She's
because she wasn't
she's like,
abandoned.
yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I used to be an abandoned. And
right. All right. And then they travel. And she basically tells her, like, let's get a move on. If you're going to follow me, then, let's go. So then they end up, like, chilling for the night. And she's just kind of having a little conversation with herself.
doesn't she? Is this like the whole kind of just like with Claire and Rocky, where she says, "You can travel with me, but as soon as we get to the next village, like you're staying."
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it's parallel there, just like playing out differently but similar.
Yep.
And she's just sitting there talking to her, like kind of talking to her as she's sleeping. And she says, "You must have latched on to me because you have no one else. But if you're no one, but if you're no one but me, then you're truly unfortunate." Like, yeah, like she's just like, you picked the wrong person. At least with the regular human, you have found better place to sleep. And she goes, in the long run, I can't do anything for you, because she's always on the road. She's always like putting herself in danger. She can never give a child a human life because that's not the type of life that she lives. So,
Right.
mhm. All right.
She gives her name.
Yeah, she gives her name,
Yes.
and we find out who this baby is. She goes, "I can't keep calling you Hey." I was dead when she said that. She was like,
Yeah.
"I can't keep calling you Hey." Mm. And we find out that that's little Claire Bear.
Claire. I was like, oh my gosh.
So was
When that
that
happened, I was like, "What?"
so was that her? So the way I read this, the page on the right, and because she goes, "What?" and she's like making a nod, well, before the nod, even she goes, "That's not your real name, is it?" And she nods, and she goes, "Really?
Yeah.
Good." So was she saying that that was her real name? Like, or, like, was it a
Yeah.
coincidence that her
Yeah.
name was
She
Claire?
was right. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So it was Claire
Right,
already.
yeah.
It wasn't that she gave her Claire, but she happened to pick her name or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, it's the name of the goddess of love who was exquisitely pure. Her twin was Teresa, and that's my name.
Right.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great.
My heart. She said maybe my parents had your in mind when they named me, and it must mean our parents did love us. Oh my God.
Meanwhile, you got that little creep in the back of the bushes.
Yeah, he is
Right?
I'm tired of all these creepy ass men.
For real.
Like, I have questions about him though, because like when you see his appearance later, you're like, wait a minute, okay, did he turn?
Dude,
Like, yeah.
Thank you. When I was like, what happened? Why does he look? Am I missing something? Oh no, you're absolutely right. Okay, I'm glad I wasn't the only person that felt that.
Yep.
So yeah, all right. So we're entering. So just like my Kelly said, Teresa had told her, like, look, the next spot, the next village.
Yeah.
There's the next village. When we get there, that's where we're gonna part ways. And Claire's like, hey, like, yeah, right. Sure.
So we'll see. We'll see about that.
Yeah. So yeah, okay. So yeah, so now they're camping out for the night, So she's like she cried herself to sleep. How strange. She was crying about parting with the likes of me. Whoever she ends up with, it'll be better than me. At least she'll have a normal human, live like a normal human being. And yeah, this part. Now this is the part that Jordan was talking about. This part right here, when we see.
Okay.
Yeah, so we see it's the guy with the arm missing.
Right. But when he looks like this is what I didn't understand.
Right.
It's this part. But I think he's just, now that we look at it, what were you going to say? I'm sorry.
I was going to say, it seems like sometimes with the art, when they're like showing like somebody mad or getting angry or whatever, it does kind of look similar to like the Yoma.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
But I
I
think it's
almost
just
thought
because. Go ahead.
I almost
Go
thought
ahead.
it was like he was like her in a way, like that, like Claymore, right? Like
Right.
they're,
Right.
I mean, because like the ones that are straight Yoma, like from the beginning, they're like monsters to begin with, right? So like him here with
Right.
the veins and everything, I was like, oh, is and then so yeah, I was wondering too, like, did he was he already like this, or did he take, you know, did she turn him in by accident even or something, you know, to like make him be like this after she chopped his arm off? Like, did that have anything to do with it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was
But just
wondering.
like Paradigm said.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like she said, it's easy to die back then to lose your hand. So maybe he was just infected. He had a high fever. You see him like drooling and everything. So he's
Yeah.
probably just riddled with infection
Yeah.
and just seems crazed now, you know, like he's already on the verge of dying. And yeah. So, and he was like, I'm going to make you pay, or, you know, calling her all kinds of names and, you know, attacking her. And then, you know, he actually gets Claire on the ground because don't you get it? She's like, you can't. He goes, I don't care. I'll make you suffer. You'll wish that you had never been born. And she's just like letting him have his little moment. But then Claire comes and she's just like, get the hell off of her. But even when she was on the ground, I didn't put it on there because I didn't want, you know, if you read the book, then you could see that scene, how he's on top of her and he's like breaking her clothes and he's like assaulting her. And she just got her eyes closed, like, can you hurry the fuck up? Like, okay. And then she's like, we're really protecting people like this. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
She was like, this is ridiculous, you know? And she's like, I have to let him have his moment because I'm not allowed to kill him. But, you know, we're really protecting motherfuckers like this. You know, it is disgusting. But Claire's like, fuck that. I can kill you.
Right. She's like, I can do it. It's like, you might not be able to.
Yeah. Oh, that baby, she got a stick, but she was trying and she was so scared, but she was like, okay. Yeah. So, and that snapped something in our girl Teresa. She said, look.
Yeah. So she comes up and scares him, and then what isn't he saying, like, you can't kill me or whatever? And
yeah, like the rule. He brings up the rules again.
Yeah. He's bringing up the
Right.
She basically like explains it. She's like, you're misinformed. Let me explain.
Right.
Oh, how is it, like, she's saying how it's a choice, right? Like,
yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah, like, even though there's consequences to her choice, like, she can still make that choice to do it.
Right.
And just accept her fate.
Yes.
Right, because as we see, she really wants to become a female warrior as a Claymore. Really, it was like, okay, she was just given this choice based on like the fact that whoever her loved ones were, if there were any loved ones, it was like, well, here, well, instead of you becoming destitute and begging, we're just going to give you to the institution. And it's like that's not a choice to live the life she wanted to live. So it's like, well, at least I have some agency now. If I kill you, guess what? If they come and kill me, guess what? I don't have to suffer with being a Claymore anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's her choice. She hasn't had. Yeah. How many choices have they had lately when they do become a Claymore for whatever reason? Just like they said, the organization says nobody ever shows up their doorstep and says, I want to volunteer. You see what I'm saying? As tribute, you know, they're forced into this. When is the last time that they actually had a choice? And Teresa's like, no, fuck that. I do have, at least I'll have this choice. It rather, you know, so it just to let him know, like, hey, yeah, but I could still choose to handle your ass and then, you know, take the consequences. So don't get it fucked up, you know? So I love that part.
Yeah.
But her whole face, when she said that, I was just like, she was kicking this little girl and treating her like shit. She's just like, no, I'm the only one who can treat her like that. Fuck that, you know?
Right.
That's my rag doll.
Like, she was just like, I was scared. So, yeah, he leaves. And then, okay, Sheena. Good job. Good job. I knew we were going to do that. Good job. Good job. All right, and then we get to see them standing there. And she said, "From the moment I first saw you, you looked so sad. Your face showed so much pain." Because she asked her, "Are you okay? Are you hurt?" Like, who asks them, "Are they hurt?" She was just like, "Are you hurt?" And she was like, "Holy shit, Claire, you spoke." And she was like, "You talked just to check on me? That's what you just did?" And she's like, "Yeah, from the moment I saw you, you look so sad. Your face showed so much pain." She's like, "Your eyes are just like mine. You look so sad, so hurt, so lonely, as if you couldn't just stand it." So she hugged her. So you go back to that moment and you realize what Claire was really doing. She
Yeah.
wasn't,
Yeah, like it wasn't her. She thought that Teresa needed someone
yeah,
and not that she needed,
Yep.
like, so
yeah,
that's why she
yeah,
was
no,
Protection.
right.
following her like
Mhm.
that.
Yep. Just her face, like in the next page, like when it dawns.
Right.
Right, like she's like, what? Like,
Yeah. So good.
The one being comfort is me. The Yoma stole everything you cherished. The people that you trusted most betrayed you and cast you out. You lost all reason to live and now roam from place to place, and you carry the same pain and heartache. And with all your with your small trembling body, you're clinging with all the might to someone who shares the same wounds as yourself, all because this is the one thing you wanted most for yourself. Was love, like to be wanted, to be. Oh, that girl was like, oh, right.
Yep.
yeah. Yeah, after all the gore and action, it definitely stabs you sometimes with some emotion there.
This little
Oh yeah.
girl, who's not even half my size, taught me that tears can flow even from these silver eyes. Ugh,
Mhm.
trash.
Mhm.
And that
That is the
is
first time that she like hugs her back, really,
Yeah.
like
right.
in that last
Right.
page.
Yes. So, what did you think of overall, like the way that book took in, the way that Teresa was introduced and her story, Claire's origins, like what Claire went through and how she became, like you got to see a little sneak preview of what Claire has went through and how she met Teresa. So what did you guys think?
So I'm not gonna lie. When I first was reading it and didn't know
Mm-hmm,
who it was, I was like,
mm-hmm,
oh,
mm-hmm.
all right, this seems kind of like filler. It's a little bit like slower
Yeah.
paced,
Okay.
like there's some
Right.
action. But then as soon as I learned it was Claire, and I was like, holy shit, this explain,
Yes.
her story is, Rocky's story.
Yeah.
Like that's
Yeah.
why she
That's I love it. I love it. And like you,
Yeah.
it's like the parallels to it and the way that how Claire how Claire mimics Teresa a lot. You see what I'm saying? The way she walks, the way
Mhm.
she
Yeah.
acts, it's just like she's just a little Teresa, like, damn, and that's
Mhm.
why she was able to feel the things that like the same thing has come back full circle for Claire, so
I
trash.
legit felt the same way. Like I at first thought like why are we getting like this same story? Like it was
Mhm.
almost like um I thought like the writing like got bad in a sense. Like I'm like why are we getting it this way? Like we're just
Right.
I get it's another character or whatever. And again, I'm thinking that it's like the current timeline. So
Mhm.
which it really was just like perfect. I mean, it does hit you when you do discover everything. So it's really well done. I thought this whole chapter was like I mean, the emotions, everything. We're just like, and it gives
Mhm.
you everything. You still get action. You still get like, moments of like doubt for the character, for the hero, and everything
Mhm.
else. Like,
Mhm.
so similar to the last volume, like very deep. And now you just have an even bigger connection to Claire than what we just had before this. So, yeah, it was really well done.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it's like yeah, I had just to echo what everyone's saying. Initially, I thought like, oh, okay, this is like the like almost and not to down any particular demographic or anything.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to get into the typical shonen where we're shifting gears and introducing new characters, and it's like, no, I want to continue with
Right.
Claire's story, right? Then
Exactly. Exactly.
like, okay, wait a minute, this is similar to like Claire and Rocky, where there's Teresa and this little girl following her, and both had tragic stories. They lost their families due to a Yoma. Now here's
Mm-hmm.
one, their village is casting them out, and it's like, well, I don't have any choice but to follow you, but I'm also intrigued by you at the same time. But
Right. Right.
so yeah, and then just
Right.
that revelation that this is Claire's origin story, and then also the significance in the names that Claire and Teresa are literally these twin goddesses, and the fact that their stories parallel, it's like, wow, we were really meant to connect the way we did, and so now it's like
Mm-hmm.
they have this kinship bond now. So it's like, wow, just like Claire and Rocky. So again, bringing back that
Right.
whole piece. So yeah, I thought that was very well done. I was like, oh, great. We get more of that emotional piece that I like too.
Yes. Yes. I love it. Yes. Yeah. Right. It's just like it was one of those things like trust the process. At first we were reading like, what is this about? We literally just had this epic battle. Like, what are we doing? But
Right.
you just had to trust the process and move through it, and then put those pieces together. And then when you looked at it, especially when we go back, because I read it so quickly. Because like you said, they're really quick reads.
Definitely.
And then you go back, and I was making these panels, and I was really like really feeling it, like taking my time to really like look at it and put these panels together. And I was just like, wow, this was an epic opening to Teresa, learning about and just the way that it laid it out. So yeah, definitely let's trust this process from here on out, because this is a prime example of like, it's going to pay off. So yeah.
Yeah, I think even just like talking about it, I have a new
Mhm.
respect for this volume, because I was
Oh,
like, well, shit,
Yeah.
now that like
totally.
And it's so
now
much
that I
fun to
can
see other
really
people's
see,
perspective of it. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at first, like, I feel like that towards songs. Like, sometimes I may hear a song that I'm just like, but then I hear somebody else feel it and experience it, and you're like, oh shit, okay, yeah, that is okay. I see where this is coming from. Like and I love this. I love that we started this book club and we get to hear other angles from things and other voices
hmm
and everything like this. I'm having a hell of a time. So
yeah,
Absolutely.
definitely. Oh yeah.
Yeah, thanks for getting me into this, because this was such a treat. I want to go. I mean, I'm gonna keep reading. Now, I stopped and I wanted to keep reading, and then when you each posted like where you're at, you guys were like in the middle, or like Sheeta, you're like 3/4 of the way through. I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I should have kept reading, and that's why I put in
No, no,
in the
no.
chat. I was like, we're just doing volumes 2 and 3, right? Like, that's all. I just want to make sure
Right.
I'm not supposed to be reading further than this.
Right. That's why I was
Because
like, let me slow down because I do not want it to be over, but I'm gonna have to go
yeah,
back and do these panels anyway. So let me slow the hell down. But yeah, once you get into it, it's just like fuck, you want to keep going and going and
yes,
going and going.
which is
Because like you
great.
yeah,
said, they are easy. Yeah,
Yeah,
they are easy reads. You see what I'm saying? That it is like, damn,
you're
okay,
hooked.
I'm done with this volume. Let me go to this next volume. But
Yep.
yes, I'm so glad that everybody's enjoying it. If you guys in the chat, if you ever want to read it, it's on the Shonen Jump app. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
The
yeah,
Shonen
yep,
Jump app.
Yep.
Yeah, dirt cheap. The Shonen Jump app is dirt cheap. I think it's like $3.99 or something like that.
Yeah,
yeah,
So
like
all the
$3.
volumes are on there. The whole thing is on there.
Mm-hmm.
And if you need to be extra like me and get the box set, then I think it's retailing like at
One
150 or something like that.
one day, Sheena, I will have it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
Once
keep
you
it's
said
looking
gorgeous.
at
once you
it
said
It's
to
it
super
see if it's
existed,
gonna
I was
drop
like, yeah,
down and say like drop down in price even
yeah,
more.
yeah.
Yeah,
Eventually.
I
And then
definitely see
maybe we need to get it before the show comes out, and I hope that it blows up because the story just these 3 volumes, like you see what happens and you see what we're in store for. So I feel like it's definitely worth picking up and knowing and having all the eyeballs on it, whether you just watch it or you read it or you do both, and talk about it. So
Agreed.
yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So yeah. So thank you guys for tuning in. And I don't know how many volumes we're gonna do next. Maybe 2. I'm not too sure, but we'll get back together and we'll continue on our journey. And we hope that you guys join us. Tell everybody where they can find you at, Jordan? Just yeah.
Yes. So I do have an Instagram page, Instagram account.
Mm-hmm.
So my name is Domina J Reads Manga. So my primary focus on my page is manga. I might do a little, I have some content where I might talk about maybe some games or figures, but primarily
Mm-hmm.
my is relating to manga. And I read
Nice.
practically everything, all demographics, genres, whatever. So whatever, if I like it
Mm-hmm.
or if I like it, I'll review it. So that's primary
No doubt.
purpose of my account. So if you're interested, again, it's what you see the name on my skirt on the screen, but just add reads manga all together.
Yep. Okay. All right, Justin.
Love it, love it. Yeah, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, No Good Comics.
Mm-hmm.
Very much into the comic side of things, but manga I've done a full dive into now, thanks to all of you, and really
Mm-hmm.
over these last couple of years too, especially. I mean,
Yeah.
and actually we're so me and my buddy Tree City. I don't know if you guys follow this guy, Tree City. His name's Dan. He
Okay.
and I are going to do a breakdown on Freerin coming up here in
Oh,
the next
nice.
couple of weeks.
Okay.
So yeah, I've been
Yeah.
like obsessed with Freerin,
Nice
and
one.
yeah, the new season came out, so we'll be doing a little bit of a stream on. We'll probably do kind of just an overarching. I don't know if we'll break it down like issue by issue or anything, but we'll probably just kind of highlight a lot of our favorites and things like that from the first like season from the anime side. I do own some of the books, so I've been reading some of it as well. But I did start out just watching the anime for that, so that's a different angle compared to like this or some of the other
Yeah.
that I've been doing. So
Either
yeah, but
way,
it's
it's beautiful. Yeah.
it's been a great journey so far, and you still have a million other
I'm going
things
to
to
tune
read.
in for that.
Yeah, and I'm still getting through my One Piece stuff. I have a thousand a thousand more chapters to go. So yeah, but I'm loving it. So yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I love it. So yeah, thank you for anybody that stuck around and listened. We hope to see you next time. Yeah, so we gonna just continue on and yeah. Oh, actually, Kelly and I are going to. Oh, Dave, tell them where they can find you at. I'm sorry, I'm just talking all over
Yeah,
you.
I
My
was just
bad.
gonna say. I was like, wait, where do
Oh,
I go?
me? Well, I have an Instagram. It's at Spells and Monsters, just like
Mhm.
that thing right there. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, I do pretty much all nerd stuff. Anything
Yeah.
geeky, nerdy, games, comics, books,
Yeah.
manga,
Magic the
anime,
Gathering.
Magic the Gathering, yes.
Hell yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I'm trying to be a little bit more
Yeah.
active on there this year.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard, but as long as you talk to me, I don't care who you talk to, what you do. So no, I'm just joking. But yeah, and you guys know me, she's a geek. She's a geek. I'm just here, And next, like I said, in between Claymore, um, Kelly and I are going to do a review on two books that I told her about, and I gifted them to her. I said, "Can you read these, please? I think you'll like these. Can you, please?" And I'm just like shoving it down her throat, and she's like, and then I sent them to her. I was like, "I hope I'm not being pushy. Okay, can you read these though?" But and she's like, "You gotta go." But yeah, no. So we're going to just highlight those ones. So that's going to be next week. I think we're going to drop it in between our Claymore. So that may happen a little bit where we may talk about something else, but definitely come back here and meet up and still talk business. So yeah,
Nice. Cool.
yeah, we appreciate any love and support. Yeah, and we're out.
Bye.
Bye.